Hey guys, Mark Assassin coming to you with an updated deck profile for the April 2016 ban list with Cosmos. Let's get right into the deck profile. We run 3 Cosmo Tin Can. He's the guy you want to see when you start off. Great searcher for your big ships. Only running 2 Cosmo Farm Girl, not too much more room in the deck, and you don't really want to see her in the beginning. 1 Strawman for another pilot, and his ability to special summon from the banish can come in handy. We run each of these guys, Good Witch and Wicked Witch. Wicked Witch is pretty good because she can be a nice wall if you're in a tight spot. Onto our big ships, we run 3 Slip Rider to pop back row, real help against Pepes and getting rid of those scales. 2 Forerunner to give us back some of our life points from paying our costs for the pilots. And then the monster of the deck, we run 3 Cosmo Dark Destroyer for popping cards. We also run 1 Cosmo Dark Eclipser, negates trap cards. I found he's really good against those rogue Tellarknight decks that come around. 2 Effect Veiler for hand traps, great against Monarchs. This deck sucks against Monarchs in a lot of situations. That about sums it up for our monster lineup. Next, we move on to our spells. We run 3 Cosmo Town. I've seen a lot of people cut this to 2. It's a great card in the deck, and I like seeing it as soon as possible. So we run it at 3. Next, Emergency Teleport, running at 2 because it got hit by the ban list, put to 2. It does hurt the deck a little bit, but it doesn't kill it. We run 3 MST because we hate to see Imperial Iron Wall. Imperial Iron Wall makes it so this deck just does nothing. Double Dark Hole because the deck lacks in the ability to massively clear the field, and destroying your own big ships is not a bad thing in a lot of cases. Raigeki because it's Raigeki and it's great. 1 Reasoning, used to run it at 3, but since it's been hit, we put it to 1. It works great in this deck. We run 1 Instant Fusion. There's a great combo with that I'll show you guys a little bit later. That about sums it up for the spells. Next, we'll move into the traps. We run 3 Cosmojo because in the meta right now, the ability to banish without targeting is godlike, and anything that can do that, you just need to see it as soon as possible. We run 3 Call of the Haunted because when you use Tin Can, it sends the 2 that you don't add to your hand to the graveyard, so it's a great way to get back your ships and any monsters that are sent to the graveyard. For our trap 1-ofs, we run a Torrential Tribute for board clearing and getting your big ship effects, and 1 Solemn Warning. Don't exactly have the money right now to be running the entire Solemn Brigade at 70 bucks a card. Kind of hurts the old wallet. Next, we will move on to the extra deck. We run Cyber Dragon Infinity, which this is where the combo with Instant Fusion comes in. So let's say you already have out 1 Slip Rider, and you go into Instant Fusion. You Instant Fusion for your Chimera Tech your Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, go for that. Then you can go in, then you overlay for your Cyber Dragon Nova and go directly into Infinity. And then you have Infinity with 3 materials. Steal your opponent's monster, he has 4 materials, and it's just overpowered. Next we run into our rank 5s. We run 2 rank 5s, Pallades and Volcasaurus. Never actually gone into Volcasaurus, but always a good option if you need him. Then we have our rank 4 brigade here. Pretty staple rank 4s. For the Cosmo mirror match, we have the Chimera Tech Dragon. Just dumps their big ships, sends them to the graveyard. They don't get their effect. We also run a Cyber Dragon Infinity. If Nova ends up getting popped before you can go, or Cyber End Dragon, if Nova ends up getting popped before you can go into your Infinity, then you have that as an option to bring out with Nova's effect. Next, we will go into our Synchros. We run a Black Rose Dragon, once again for board clearing. Then Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. This guy's really cool because he makes it so your opponent can't activate their monster effects during your battle phase. Kind of opens up some options for you. We run a Goyo Guardian because Goyo Guardian is still one of the best synchros there is right now. And we run a Herald of the Arclight. It just absolutely screws over any deck that does milling or sends from deck hand to the graveyard, Burning Abyss, and then it can negate a card effect by attributing itself, which is just awesome. A side note on the extra deck: this deck doesn't go into the extra deck a whole lot, so it's something that you can really play around with and just find what you like. The only thing I really recommend running is the Infinity and the Nova to go into it. Next, we'll move on to our side deck. We have our lineup for our Cosmo Mirror match is the double Cyber Dragon and the double Cyber Dragon Dry. This guy has a cool effect to make all Cyber Dragons on the field a level 5, and he makes himself a Cyber Dragon when he's on the field or in the graveyard, so pretty easy to go into Nova with him or Chimera Tech. Then we have 2 Ghost Ogres, gets rid of scales and all sorts of things. We have 2 Grandhorn Heavens, just great against any deck that does special summoning. Skill Drain, because Skill Drain's awesome. Then we have our anti-Cosmo lineup. This card shuts down Cosmos like nobody's business. And then this card is for Pepes and Pendulums. They can't do anything with this out there. Anti-Spell Fragrance for the win. That about sums it up for our deck profile. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Comment below for any future deck profiles you might like to see, or if you want to see some cool Cosmo deck combos, I could post a video later.